Like I'm like, what's he gonna say next?
No, keep going, bro.
I'm like this. Ranks knows I hate him, so it's not a.
Whoa.
It's not even. It's a surprise
George
maybe to people
Bush.
hearing this, but it's not.
Wait,
George
hold on.
Bush does not care about white rappers.
Hold on. Order in the court. That happened. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Yeah. Which sucks because I respect
bro. You guys
all
were
of
going
Empire.
back and forth.
It was a big
bad.
war.
It was an on-site thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It still kind of is, I think. I don't know. I get
Really?
over things. The problem is
Yeah.
I get over things. He doesn't. Like, so he's such a drunk, bro, that what will happen is like I'll be like living my life and like doing something and I'll get a message like 8 months later. And it'll be Tony Ranks all drunk. Like, yo, by the way, bro, when I see you, it's on site. I'm going to kill you.
How did it start? Because like I never got a chance to.
I'll
I've
explain
been
the whole
watching it from the.
thing.
I
So what
posted
happened-
about big salute to Steve. Yeah.
So what happened is I got selected to go on the King of the Dot Cypher.
Yes.
There was a King of the Dot Cypher. It was me, Raz Fresco, Sazy, Roshan, and JD Era. I'm forgetting an important name. The most important. Yeah, but all rappers,
Mhm.
right? And Scandalous with his little scandalous ass. He can rap. He's all right.
And listen, I have no dog in this fight.
Okay,
right?
perfect.
Remember,
I like that.
I was a manager for Empire, so.
Yeah. Okay.
But keep going.
You know what's
Say
crazy
what
is I love Empire. I love TRA. I love Techman. I love
Yo, fam,
Adam Boss.
listen,
Those are
not
my
to interrupt
homies.
you. Don't let that interfere with whatever
That's it.
you got to say.
Tony
Okay?
Ranks, bro, is a drunk that gets lit. He talks too big of a game. And what happened is I dropped the cipher and I looked up to Empire because I came up in the King of the Dot era, remember?
Mhm.
So they force-fed Empire down our throats. And I'm not saying that in a rude way,
Pause.
meaning like, yeah, pause, I guess. Yeah, I'm white. I don't have to say pause. It's either gay or they. No, but what we would do is we go to these events and they would play Empire to the point like boom and pound, boom, boom and pound. All we had to look up to was that, right? And then, oh, there's Adam Bomb right there. There's TRA right there. There's Scandalous right there. And we're like, okay, like I looked up to these guys. And I will say that, like I grew up looking up to them as a whole. Not Scandalous personally, but I looked up to them as a whole. I thought these guys are dope rappers. I like the music, whatever. And what hit me one time is I read the YouTube comments on the cipher because I was curious to see where people thought I stood because I personally thought I was an underdog. Meaning you got the Sazies on there. Shout outs to Sazy. You got JD Era, Raz Fresco.
Shout out to JD Era.
Roshan, I felt like was like me, like the underdogs. Me and
Shout out to
Roshan, I
Raz.
felt were the underdogs, and Roshan can rap his ass off. You know what I'm saying? But what happened is then he came on the post and he's like, this whole thing's trash. Yo, Bishop, why don't you get real rappers on this or whatever, right? And I was kind of like, what? I'm like, I bodied that shit. I was like, yo, what? I'm like, bro. And then I go to a King of the Dot event and I didn't say much about it. I was like, okay, whatever, right? I let that first one slide. And then I get to a King of the Dot event and I see Scandalous walking by. He was still Scandalous at this time. And super fucking gay name, by the way. And then he pulled up and he goes, oh, look who it is, Mr. Lyrical. And I go,
oh shit.
What? I'm like, oh, it's like that. I'm like, okay. Still nothing. I didn't do anything about it. Like I was a punk kid. I was like 23 at the time, 24. I was like, whatever. I'm like, you know what? Let it slide again. And then there's a third thing. I posted something on Facebook and Bishop, I guess, shared it or something. Shout outs to Bishop. Also, we're supporting you through your fight, brother.
Yes, sir.
Then he comes on again, talking shit again, bro. This is like the third time.
In the comments.
And I've never wronged the guy, done nothing, said nothing. I'm like, oh, he's mad. And so finally, I was sipping a little bit one night. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a kind of a bad man. I live this life. I do this shit. Like all jokes aside, I do this shit. You know what I mean? I live for this shit.
Yeah.
You know? I did my time. I do my shit. I've done my dirt. So then I'm like, yeah. So all of a sudden, finally, I come on one time and I'm just like, yeah, bro. I'm like, guess what? I'm like, new fish in town. No, not a fish. Retract that. Edit that out. Big fish in town. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I'm like, no, for real though. I'm like, bro, you're coming at me like this, bro. I'm like, I've never done anything wrong to you. I'm like, but if you want to make it a thing, we can make it a thing. And that's when he made a couple comments on Instagram or Facebook. And I was just like, you know what? Comment back for the first time ever. And like 3 times he's taking shots at me, right? I'm like, yo, here's the first time I'm commenting back. Boom. And then, of course, because he's a drunken, insecure.
Am I wrong? Was this COVID time?
Yeah, everyone was a little fucking.
Everyone was a little on edge. Paying attention.
We were all on edge. But you know what happened is, and he wanted it. He was begging for it. He was begging for it, and I never gave him it. Never gave him it. Finally, I was like, you know what? I bite. Let's go. Yeah, pause.
And then the tune.
And then we ended up dissing each other. And I went in, bro. I'm from the era of battle rap. Nothing's off limits when it's battle rap, bro. Not you, not your baby moms, not your kids. Nothing is off.
That's a debate
Nothing's
right
off
there.
the table when it's battle rap, bro. And you brought it to this level, bro. You did this.
Don't you think there's probably a boundary in
Nah,
battle rap?
I'm from, bro. Look at Pat Stay and shit. There's no boundary.
Listen,
If you got an autistic kid, he's getting made fun of, bro. This is battle rap.
no, if you're into battle rap, like there's no.
Yeah, and it's on wax.
So to cap this whole thing with 20 ranks, right?
Yeah.
Can it ever be resolved?
Bro, again, I'm a white boy, man. I'm old school. If he just apologized to me and meant it and acted like a man, bro, you know what? I forget about even most of the shit. I'm like, okay, I'm like that. I'll be like, all right, bro, let's squash it. I've actually tried. I've even reached out to him. And one time, so what happened is I reached out after I won the thing. I dissed him. He dissed me back. His diss track was trash. Sorry, Tony, but it's trash. And I bodied him. And then everyone was like, you know, whatever. And then I still reached out to him and I was still like, bro, this is stupid. I'm like, you're looking over your shoulder. I'm looking over my shoulder. I don't want to go downtown and be like, oh, maybe Ranks is going to pull up with, what a joke that is, but maybe Ranks is going to pull up with his fucking wheelchair and whatever. And then we're like, let's just squash this. And then he's like, okay, cool. And then 8 months later, I get another drunken message. It's like at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. And it's, by the way, I've never forgot. And when I see you, it's on point. Yada, yada, yada.
Man.
And it's like at 4 a.m, 8 months later, after I thought we squashed it. And that's why I started laughing. I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm like, you're a fucking clown. Yeah, I'm at parties you wish you could be at. I'm with 40. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shout outs to 40. He showed me love too. I'm like, shout outs to 40. I'm like, it's not going to change the fact that you're a bird, bro. You're just a grown ass bird. You know,
So
nothing's changed. Ranks.
So
Still a bird, bro.
You are down to squash it then.
No,
it doesn't sound like it.
Oh, right now? You know what? No, he owes
me.
me an apology. If he gives me an apology, like I said, then I'll squash it. But I tried. I won the beef and I still tried to squash it and he wouldn't accept it. So you know what? If he reaches out now like a man, yeah, I'd squash it. Otherwise, fuck him and anyone that looks like him.
Okay. This is a great conversation here today.
Sorry, yeah, that's
no. Listen, I'm enjoying this conversation that we're all having here. You know what I'm saying? Big salute. We got
sorry to make
Casper.
it hostile. Yeah.
No, man, we got Casper Marcus in the building.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Hold on.
Hey.
I hit the wrong sound effect, but that one was good too.
Let's go.
We got Young Stitch in the building. Hold on, I got one for you. he bought the
Wait, where's the Tony
no
Rick sound
holster.
effect? Oh, yeah?
We love hip hop.